Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. For those of you who are coming back, welcome back. If you are new here, welcome. I'm S. Maxine Fisher. I'm an author and I love to knit and crochet. I have an Etsy store that's full of pride-themed items that I'll link in the description box down below. I'm also a full-time case manager and a parent to a beautiful little boy who is now 4 months as of making this video. So I just wanted to come on here today and share with you one of my latest finds, which is Dollar Tree yarn. And I'll show you my haul, my very small haul. I got these yarns that are called Just Plush and some Just Chenille. For those of you who are in the crafting world, you may have noticed that Premier Yarns, which is a producer of some really popular yarn types, including a lot of the chenille that's used to make plushies. They came out with an affordable line that was marketed specifically for Dollar Tree called Just Chenille. They also have Just Cotton, Just Yarn, which is, I believe, an acrylic blend, and this stuff called Just Plush. Well, this is just, oh sorry, Just Yarn Fils, Plush, Peluche. Learning a little bit of French today here. So it's meant to be marketed as an affordable alternative to some of the more expensive yarns that people use to make plushies and other toys, so that crafters like myself and possibly some of my viewers can be able to jump on the bandwagon and make some fun stuff. So let's get into it. I want to tell you first about hunting for this yarn and show you what I've made with it and review a little bit of what it's like working with this yarn. So full disclosure, this was my first time working with chenille yarn and my first attempt at making a plushie. And I made this mini axolotl. Here, let me hold it up so you can see. I just love it. I love how it came out. I think I crochet a little bit tightly. It might be meant to be a little larger, but look, it's so cute. It's got the little gills, it's got the little tiny feet. And this pattern was courtesy of a free YouTube tutorial by Crochet by Jenna. She is one of my favorite people to follow, and I enjoy watching her make plushies and talk about her business. So I made this axolotl. I did it all in one evening. I stayed up a little bit late trying to figure out the techniques. I used a 5mm hook, and I think I might size up my hook a little bit because I just didn't really like how the stitches were flowing off my hook at this time. This is the yarn I used. It's a little light because I made a plushie out of it, and it still has enough left to make one, maybe possibly two more. I love the way it looks. I feel like it has a nice stitch definition, and it's not like I was expecting it to be kind of falling apart based on the fact that, you know, it came from Dollar Tree. But this was only $1.25. And when I compare it to something like Parfait Chunky, where I see other YouTubers crocheting with this, I think that the Parfait Chunky looks like it's fuller. It was definitely a challenge to work with, and like I said, this is my first time crocheting with chenille, so take my review with a grain of salt. But I did find that it was hard to kind of adjust stitches after you pulled them through. And I don't know if using a good quality chenille, or more expensive chenille I should say, would make a difference in that. It was really hard to close my magic circle when I first started off. But other than that, I think the product came out really nice. I didn't have another color, and that is part of the story of my hunt. So instead of using another color, I just added a strand of cotton of a contrasting color to kind of make it look like there were veins in the gills. And I really like the way it came out. You know, to me, it looks very natural. It looks complete. The only thing that's not complete, I just realized I forgot to put the tail fin on, but I'm working with the baby napping right now, so I am not going to re-record this video after the tail fin. I just don't know when I'll have the time. But yeah, it's supposed to have a little dark blue thing right here, and it'll be so cute. I love it. I love it. I did use safety eyes, so unfortunately I can't give it to the baby, but we can I always like animate the little stuffed animals to talk to him and use the cute little voices. Like, yeah, I don't know. My parents did that to me. I don't know if any of your parents would like interact with you using puppets or plushies. The other yarn that I got was this Just Plush, and I absolutely love it. So the first Dollar Tree I went to, they didn't have any of the yarns I was looking for. The one down the street from me they had 1 pound skeins, and those things are huge. They're about this big, and you can probably make a lot of items out of that if that's the type of yarn you're looking for, but it was kind of a basic looking yarn. I did not look at the contents because it wasn't what I was in the market for. I was looking for cotton, chenille, and plush. The second store I went to had a few of these, and this is where I got the plush. They had 4 different colors. They had the red, the beige, I guess it is, the gold, and a brown, which I also got and I did get something. And it's right here. There's the rest of my haul. I got the brown to, make a little teddy bear, and that when I make this, I'll not use safety eyes. I'll sew the eyes on, so I embroider them so the baby can have it. Back on topic. So the hunt. I went to a total of 3 different stores. 4, because the day before I went to one Dollar Tree and they had nothing. So the second one, they had a little box of the plush yarn, and they had just the acrylic yarn, but the third one had plush and chenille. I only got one color because all the other chenille balls, and there weren't a whole lot, were all taken apart. The labels were ripped off, so you couldn't see if it was a complete ball that you were buying. One of them actually it was just a big wad of yarn, and it had where somebody had begun to crochet something on it. So I don't even know how to comment on that. I can't imagine buying yarn and deciding, hey, I don't like this, and returning it with the work in progress still attached. I think that if I was gonna pull something like that, I would at least unravel the work and make sure that the yarn is not all messed up, and carefully wind it back on the ball to look like, return it in the quality that you first found it in. Leave things better than the way you found them, but that's me. But I will go back because I like the chenille. I'm glad I got it, and I do want to find the cotton because I do a lot of amigurumi with cotton. What else was I gonna say? So it was a good experience working with yarn for $1.25. I feel like that's a really good purchase. I didn't want to spend a lot more because I'm just starting out in my Etsy shop, and I didn't want to sink a ton of resources into different yarns that are just going to sit around. So I will probably go back and get some more, but I'll just kind of buy as I go. I'm not going to buy the big cases unless I start getting orders of plushies, which I haven't listed yet. So I think that's all I wanted to say. Just the other thing I wanted to mention was that it was very, very stressful experience going into the Dollar Tree. I haven't in a while. I used to shop at Dollar Tree when I was a kid, and we used to go in there and find, little toys, and it was an enjoyable experience. And lately, in the past several years, every time I go into Dollar Tree, I feel like the products are all half destroyed. Kind of like with the yarn, there was the one store I went into, there was trash all over the floor. It was just bits and pieces of this and that probably could have been swept up with a broom. I understand that they probably understaffed the store to keep the prices low. I'm not sure what their marketing schema is, but I feel that, it's just a matter of respect to keep your environment reasonably clean and sanitary, and having trash all over the floor just makes it for a stressful and kind of degrading experience to people who shop there. Like, if I don't clean my home, it's not affecting just me. I'm causing an unsanitary environment, not for myself only, but for my wife and my son and any people who visit. So it doesn't just reflect on me and who I am as a person, but it affects other people as well. I will continue to shop at the Dollar Tree. I'm not going to just boycott them because of the trash. But my reasoning, I think, would take this video into the realm of political stuff and demographics, which is outside the scope of this video. So if you have tried Dollar Tree yarn to make plushies, or to make anything, I would love to hear about your experience in the comments below. And if you have thoughts for me as a beginning maker of, toy maker and crochet artist on using chenille, or you have tips for how to make it work a little bit more smoothly, I would love to hear them. So comment down below, and please stop by my Etsy store and see what I have up. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Just as a reminder, we don't all agree, but we're all members of the same world, and everything comes full circle. So please be kind in your comments to myself, to each other, and ultimately to yourselves. Have a fabulous day and stay creative.